Hi there. This is the final lesson for anthropology. Please do that. Thank you. So today we're going to be talking about Neanderthals and what is a caveman anyways. As you can see, there's a lot of stereotypes surrounding cavemen, specifically Neanderthals. Some are big, dumb, stinky bodies, hairy, club people, live in caves. Can you move me a little bit that way, please? Not right in the middle, though. Spin me around a bit. Thank you. Is that good? Okay. Am I in frame? A little bit more. Thank you very much. Very good-looking people, in fact, these Neanderthals. They did actually have good hygiene and clean themselves thoroughly. It's not a good picture, not a good look, not a good look. Anyways, let's get going here. I'm gonna have to get off. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, well, that was fun. We are talking about Homo neanderthalensis, or Neanderthals, in fact. And the last, right before we get into Homo sapiens, humans, us, they had much larger skulls than some of the other ones, specifically this one, Carly. A lot of people thought they were gingers, which is likely the case based on this picture again. Okay, there's a couple theories for the disappearance of Neanderthals. One in which they coexisted with Homo sapiens, human beings, and they were just outcompeted for food, living in the same areas. We had bigger brains, we were better at stuff, we were more organized than they were. Or did we talked about gene flow last unit and how the interbreeding perhaps created something different. So did we breed the Neanderthal out of them, or did we just, hunt better and therefore survive better? So there is a way that some data has suggested while male Neanderthals may have had offspring with female Homo sapiens, it didn't work the other way around, okay? So we're talking about very recent stuff here, and again, the modern Homo sapiens, human beings, technically have been around since about 200,000 years as well. So definitely coexisting in European areas. The thing about Neanderthals is they were like a chunkier Homo sapien, for the exception of their heads. Their ribs were bigger, their arms and bones were thicker. They just were quite stacked, actually. So these were the types of tools that they were using. So they were magicians with tools, much better than anything that Homo erectus came up with. Very specific types of tools. For example, this one here, you could put in your finger and basically slice leather, animal skins, to make things like jackets and shoes, which they did have at that time. They were very artistic. They started with cave paintings, some of the earliest cave paintings ever, which indicates, a form of communication, form of artistic expression. Things like the environments that they were living in, the food that they were eating, how they would hunt for it. So these are seals, apparently. And they buried their dead, which is the first time we see this. So this is huge, because all of a sudden we have many different aspects of culture rather than just stone tools. We have people being artistic and communicating. We have people that are making incredible tools, and now we have people that are caring for each other so much that there's this right that we have to put them in the ground, along with stuff that may have been important to them, like flowers or their favorite stone tool, etc. So you don't see that before Neanderthals as of right now, but it's, you know, is there a belief system all of a sudden that never used to exist before? Shanidar 1 is, again, a specific fossil, much like Turkanaboy or Lucy, and quite a neat story as well. So this was the find of Shanidar. Now, this is kind of a sad story, but kind of a happy one as well. Very physically disabled in terms of something happened where the skull was hurt enough to basically paralyze one side of the body. It's an accident, hunting accident, or a caveman party or something that happened so much that this fossil or this individual suffered. The forensics behind it lived until 30 or 40, so how do you do that if you're severely disabled? Well, likely, again, like burials, they cared for each other. They went out and got food for this person because they weren't able to. Likely blind, and you can see the difference between their femurs. One side is absolutely deformed compared to the other. And so when you have a stroke, for example, on one side, it affects the other side of your body, and that would be kind of what happened here. So the nice part of this story is that this person lived a long life. Think of life expectancy today, to live until you're 34 or 40, over 100,000 years ago, and being severely disabled, that would be quite the feat. Okay? So basically, the thing I wanted you to know about Neanderthals was that, you know, they have this rap of being just dumb, big things that were phased out by Homo sapiens, but in reality, they were kind of the start of a lot of things that we just continued and made better. Artistic, really good tools, cared for each other, and a lot of these cultural things that we've just expanded along the way. So, again, there is genetic material, and so either is it gene flow or is it something concerning just over competition. Because once Homo sapiens came around, we basically dominated and haven't looked back. I would like to show you this video, if I could. It is from another YouTube channel. I'm going to kind of fast forward it a little bit, so just bear with me here. Yeah, that's a commercial. No, we're going to do it the other way around. I'm going to have it queued up here. So if you wanted to speak like a Neanderthal, this would be it.
Let's try male human voice, count over 3.
Here, BBC.
1, 2, 3.
Just pitch up your voice.
1, 2, 3.
Let's just add a bit of nasal now.
1, 2, 3.
Now, the other thing that would be happening, which would actually increase that quality, is a very heavy skull that seems to pull down into the throat there. Now, speak.
1, 2, 3.
Now let's make a sound. Just let's make a huge R.
And that concludes anthropology. That is it. That's all we have. Stay tuned for sociology. Go and get some exercise. Stay away from your friends. Read. See you when I see you.